Hargreaves, chance for Torquay! Chris Hargreaves, the captain! If he stays onside, Carlisle checks instead. He's looking for Benyon. Stills!
Hello, welcome to the latest Goals Eye View, brought to you by Galaxy TQ. I'm joined by Tom.
Good evening, lads. You all right?
Yeah, I'm joined by Dom.
Good evening, guys. You all right?
Yeah, I am
We
good.
can smile, can't we? A little bit.
Yeah, we can
Why
definitely
not?
smile.
Why
Yeah,
not?
might as well. Sun's out.
Two
Talkies
wins on the
in a row.
trot.
Yeah.
We marked
I said
Holster clean sheets.
Tom's been on holiday and we started winning. That must be
Yeah.
the secret, Tom. You reckon?
Absolutely. Well, if you want to get your checkbook out, Dom, and send me away for next week, then please do.
I'm sure the viewers would chip in for that.
But yeah, a 1-0 win. Obviously, you could argue on another day it could go another way, but I think we earned it. It wasn't exactly a high quality win. But yeah, go on then, Tom. You watched it. You streamed it as you were abroad.
Yes.
You
Lucky enough,
didn't
I was
really
able to watch it in Gran Canaria. My last full day in Gran Canaria.
What better way to spend the last day on holiday
what a great
than
day.
watching 22nd and 23rd in the National League duke it out?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And to be fair, the first half was very much 22nd for 23rd. It wasn't a pretty first half.
I had the radio on, actually almost nodded off.
It wasn't a great half. Halstead made some good saves all game, some vital saves. But yeah, the first half was a bit of a non-event, really. Scunthorpe, they were lacking a lot of confidence. I think we were the better side in that first half, but didn't really show enough to force it. But the second half, we were much better. And what a great goal from Collins. Brilliant play. Asa gets the header in, then Newblade does very well off the ball, I noticed, and ball's in,
smart, that, wasn't it?
And a very smart finish. And I'm sure 160 odd of the Yellow Army there enjoyed.
He hit it early, didn't he, on his left foot? I think it caught the goalkeeper a little off guard.
It was nice actually, because I criticised Collins on it last week because I was a bit frustrated.
It's a very smart finish, because he missed one
player there.
Was it Collins that missed at Boreham Wood when 4 minutes in? I think anyway. But
don't remind me.
Yeah, it was a well taken goal, and I think we deserved the win. I mean, Scunthorpe, they didn't really push until the last sort of 10 minutes of that game.
I could hear the crowd getting on their backs, Tom, from the start. You could tell any time they were trying to go forward, the crowd got, come on. You could tell the frustration.
Scunthorpe, they reminded me of us a couple of months ago, where we just had no confidence whatsoever, and that was pretty much a do or die game for them. Sounds like they're in, it looks pretty hopeless for them now, which is a shame, because, to think Scunthorpe were Championship not too long ago, so to see the fall down the ladder. But at the end of the day, we can't be charitable. We've got to get our own job done. And
there was 3,600 there, was there? So, I mean, that sort of club should not be anywhere near regional football, should it?
But, again, fair play to the lads for grinding that result out, and another clean sheet. I mean, Halstead again, probably my man of the match. He made some fantastic saves.
Deflection save, how he saved it and then got up before the rebound comes in. That's
I could hear the commentator thinking, that's goal. Yeah. No, he's got it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, once again, we saw the game out and got the 3 points, and all of a sudden, I wouldn't say it's rosier, but it's the table's looking, it's still difficult with Gateshead, who've got 3-4 games in hand on us, and you look at Aldershot are probably the team to look out for now in York. Realistically,
they've got a new manager.
They've got a new manager, but again, it's Aldershot. About a month ago, we thought were well clear. They had a great run, didn't they, in January, February, and now all of a sudden they seem to be free falling back.
We found a shape, haven't we? Now we found a defensive shape. We've got a bit more.
Just not having people who aren't stupid in the team really helps. So
we've got cleverer players in there.
That's what you need.
We've got people who are going to make the right decisions for the team, and players who can game manage. When we go
absolutely.
1-0 up, there wasn't any panic the last 2 games.
No,
I mean, our time, for all that Gary likes to moan about others' time wasting, we definitely had a bit of game management in the previous 2 games. But again, you've got to get yourself in that position to be able to kind of do that. And it's frustrating to watch, but at the end of the day, right now, we've got to win games. Fair and simple. We've got to win 4-5 probably of our last 6 or whatever we've got to play. So, but we're showing a bit of resilience, and it might be too late for that. I'm sure we'll discuss that later on in the next part. But again, Torquay United, if there's one thing I've learned at this football club, it's even when all looks hopeless, that you always find a way to make you believe that something might be, the Great Mistake might be back on. But you know, how many
good shape now, isn't it? The midfield's got a bit of bite about it. The wings have got a bit of energy, a bit of pace. Suddenly we're looking like
and there were strong
team.
There were strong performances all across the park. I mean, again, Lawrence, bloody hell, we'd be long gone without Lawrence. He was fantastic. I thought Moxie had a really good game.
Much of that goal gone in. Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought it was in. I was going mad. I was going mad in the apartment, and then so close. But at the end of the day, we won the game. We deserved to win the game, I thought, and it's given us a chance. It's an unlikely chance, I think, still, but all we got to do again is just win football matches, and it's good to see that now we can grind out these results. Especially the Boreham Wood one on Tuesday was a great grinding out performance against a team that, for playoffs they were dreadful. Scunthorpe were dreadful the other way. Like you could just tell.
It's just frustrating though, because
this is what we were hoping to see about 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Since the start of the season, really. I mean, it just
shows,
but this isn't
at least you thought it was going to come at some stage, didn't you? I hoped it was going to come.
It's so annoying because it's just basics of football. This is not a very highly talented Torquay team that we've seen in the last few years, but it's just at last got balance and industry, and there's players who aren't going to do stupid things.
Got some guts about it as well.
And that's all you need. It's not a very expensive National League team at all. This 11 plus like Lapsey, if you look at the weekends. But that's all you need. You just need to be solid and then have a base. We could have easily not been anywhere near this mess if we were just recruited properly with the money we had. And then who knows? These teams are poor. I do not fear any team in this league still, apart from Wrexham, Notts County, and Chesterfield on their day. And that's it. I do not. No one think, oh God, we're not good. Like Eastleigh, 7th place the weekend. They'll be expected to beat us. But
funny team Eastleigh though against us, aren't they?
They have a good season. I've always put them as dark horses, and they might actually be doing that. But it's like Boreham Wood. You think, oh God, Boreham Wood easy, going to roll us over. Woeful. Dagenham, woeful. How I know we lost that game because Ross Marshall gave away a penalty and then ran away, and it was all chaos in the second goal. But this should have been 3 wins in a row.
Yeah.
So that's a frustrating thing. Should have been 3-1-0.
It's that losing mentality we've adopted throughout the season.
These guys have
always tried, but we've lost so many silly games.
Yeah, exactly.
For silly reasons, and it is pretty frustrating. I was angry after the Boreham game. I was glad we'd won, but I was like, where was this? Why couldn't we have done this earlier?
This is what I was saying to you.
We could have had 10 more points without sniffing, really.
Absolutely,
if we had these lads from the start, there's no reason why you can't be anywhere like just mid-table. There's a mid-table team. You add a few on top of that. Look at last season. I said to you the team that finished last season with like Duke McKenna and all that would have, if we had it from the start of this season, obviously would have been like 3rd, 4th in this season, I reckon, comfortably. We probably would have been on par with Wrexham and Notts, but
I just get the feeling the lads who we have brought in now, it's probably a couple of months too late for us.
Of course it is.
It's
like a miracle. So we have to win, I think, 4 out of 6 games, and then we get a draw.
4 will get us 49 points.
Yeah, and I still think you need 49-50.
That's the goal difference.
And we've got Wrexham in the last game. So that's why I said 4 points in the draw, really.
But then you look at the next 3 we've got. Okay, Eastleigh, playoff contenders. Yeah, be difficult. We are at home.
We've got to win.
We got to win that. Maidenhead away, must win that. They won't have anything to play for. They're safe, aren't they, Maidenhead? I don't think they're going to get drawn into
York at home,
and then York at home. Which, if you can win all 3 of those, then all of a sudden you really do think, okay, it's definitely on. I think we can win 2 and draw 1 would be a good return from the next 3. It's just these silly ways
things, isn't it? Like Newblay's come in and right from the start, he knew how to get supporters on side, didn't he? Put a bit on social media.
basic,
bit of bravado, a bit of
personality,
confidence, and you can tell that's rubbing off in the dressing room, can't you?
There is a
Gary Johnson
togetherness.
said.
There is a togetherness with these players.
He's got that kind of bravado about him, which is bringing those other guys out of their shell.
And you look back to the Nico Great Escapes. You know, that togetherness, that unity, the belief that we can stay up, and obviously we do it under Nico. But yeah, it's still a long shot though. Again, like you said, Dom, it's just the way we've thrown these results away.
It's so annoying.
It's so annoying. But
well done for
on the plus side,
in the team of the week, by the way, for National League.
Yeah, absolutely. Collins and Halstead, fully deserved.
Collins and centre mid, apparently, according to their team. Yeah, very nice. But Halstead must have had more team of the week than any other keeper in the National League.
He has, yeah.
Do you feel sorry for him, don't you?
Haven't had many clean sheets, have we? So it's surprising.
No.
But again, it's consecutive clean sheets, and I think it's the second time now we've got back-to-back wins this season in the league. So
it just shows though.
It's this season is a lot of what ifs, really, isn't it? What if we had these lads in a month or two earlier? What if we, didn't throw these silly points away?
Look at the team we had in October, November. We had Ness and Ellis in defence. That should have been good enough to get us wins. We still didn't get them, did we? Around that time, there's different parts to the season. It's a whole journey of what ifs.
But you still have players.
We've had players at certain times that could get us wins, and just like
not enough players around them.
It's typical Torquay that when you write them all off completely and you think the job's just about done and we've got no chance, they suddenly pluck a win out, don't they? And their tail wags and go, "We're not finished," where were you earlier?
And they're still playing for the manager, which I mean, I know we've all had our say on Gary this season and the lads, but there is still that fighting spirit in there, and whether you think it's going to be enough. There is a togetherness there.
They've always been keen, haven't they? They've always been keen.
They've just not been very good.
Just like people letting us down, and they're all just not doing their jobs, or been signed to be a first team player, and they're just clueless. It's just been poor. And the players have got to take responsibility for that, because as much as we can slag off Gary Johnson, he signed them and he's responsible, and his football's been poor at times, and he didn't sign a balanced squad at all. And there's so many things against Gary Johnson. It has been a disaster. There's no denying it. It's been an absolute disaster. But certain players have got to look at themselves, because there's some players that have come in who are like Dawson. He hasn't played football since August, and he did more in 20 minutes than some midfielders have done all season.
Yeah.
And it's just like, look at yourself when you're not playing now and think, could I have done things well? Did I come to Torquay and go, oh, this will be a stepping stone for me, I'm going to be the next Armani Little, I'm going to be the next Joe Lewis, or were you just poor in the first place? Was it an actual thing? Was it just you couldn't settle? Of course, that's probably part of it. And I think, of course, as well, there's too many gamble signings, isn't there? One thing's
that's the trouble. So it's a combination, isn't it?
Exactly. One thing's having too many young players.
You've got too many of these young players who are trying to lift them up, lift themselves together, and you need the stronger players in with them, don't you? So we did at times. Maybe the coaching hasn't been good enough, but they've also not been good enough. It's a mixture.
No one's been good enough. But when you look at kind of that's my point. When you look at this, some, like as you said, Tom made a brilliant point. Or was it one of you? One of you made a brilliant point. Said that Ellis and Ness was there, and how comes we're conceding so many goals still? There's always been too many things there, and that goes back to coaching. I mean, Ness has got player of the month in League One for Charlton twice.
Will Goodwin's a League One player.
Yeah, exactly. So
Stephen Werns, we had a go at him, but he's still a good player. We had a decent team around that time. We still couldn't find a way to win, could we? And it's just
no, it's interesting. That
you could look all over these this season and look at regrets, couldn't you? But you just have to go on to Friday, don't we? And hope for the best.
Yeah, no, I agree. Anything else to add?
Are you going to be there, Sam?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. So, I might as well. I've gone through all the rubbish this season now, and I might as well get to the end.
I haven't actually missed a National League fixture playing all this season. Yeah. I've suffered.
You. Oh.
Bet your badge.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Before we go over to the next part, the fans there again, amazing turnout, and you were very loud on the stream I was watching. So well done, Yellow Army. And Scunthorpe's a place we don't tend to win normally. It's been ages since we last won at Scunthorpe.
We don't ever play them though. They've always been a different division. That's the thing.
Yeah, so but they always still seem to beat us, especially there.
Yeah, it's good to see happy faces. I mean, I'm glad the team won, but I'm glad so much the supporters. I mean, they hadn't seen the away win since Daggers started December, so they deserve some joy, some celebrations.
And Alan, that win was for you, mate. I'm glad the Glads got the 3 points in the win for you, mate.
That tweet by Alan, if you're watching this, Alan, that was unbelievable. That
caught the emotion
so emotional, and it just showed we've got these people like Clark Osborne and all that taking stuff away from. But this is what a football club does. It's families.
You can't take away our heart, can you?
You can't take away our heart. You can't take the relationships of families, friends, and all those memories. And that was amazing. It just all the Torquay fans went there as well. Unbelievable with all of you. And it was quite a fitting win, really. But probably, is it going to be too little, too late? Of course, most of us know it is. But we're talking. We won't give up. We'll be right behind the lads on Friday, and I will see you in part 2. And Tom's back for reading. I don't have to read.
Hey,
get in.
Here's Hargreaves, chance for Torquay. Chris Hargreaves, the captain. If he stays onside, Carlisle checks instead. He's looking for Benyon. Sells.